evening, and thanks for joining us tonight for 23 ABC News at 6. I'm Jessica Harrington. Tonight's top stories. We are continuing to follow the latest on the trial of Mikhail Bowers, the woman accused of killing a local restaurant owner in 2017. What's next for court proceedings? And the rain and wind is here. We are tracking a storm moving through Kern County, tumbleweeds blowing across the roads. A closer look at conditions happening right now. Allison?
And we continue to track those gusty winds and moderate to heavy rainfall at times across the valley. I'll let you know when we'll be seeing that snow across the mountains when 23 ABC News at 6 starts right now.
Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News at 6 starts now.
Good evening. The storm we've been anticipating has finally arrived. This is a look at what the scene was just a little bit ago. You can see the clouds moving in, but relatively calm. Then a short time later, the wind started picking up. Those tumbleweeds started moving. The rain rolled in. The wind rolled in. We've been seeing it across the county now as we're awaiting more pictures and video from our viewers, but we are tracking the very latest. We are following the latest on the storm that is moving in. We have been on storm watch as we are continuing to cover the very latest. 23 ABC's meteorologist Allison Gargaro has been tracking this storm throughout the day and over the past couple days. Earlier today, we were thinking we didn't know when this storm was actually going to roll in. The models were showing it moving, but Allison, now it is here.
I know, Jess, it was crazy. Today we were seeing those clear blue skies and temperatures nearly 60 degrees here in the valley. But as soon as that system moved in, we've been seeing an increase in those winds, and we are tracking moderate to heavy rainfall at times, especially up near Delano, Wasco, even here in Bakersfield. But this system is slowly going to be pushing over the mountains as we head into, let's say, the next hour or so. But we are seeing some of that light snow falling up near Lake Isabella. That's going to be at elevations near 7,000 feet. But that snow level is going to be dropping quickly as we head into the evening hours tonight. So just how much rain have we seen? Well, in the past at least hour, 0.04 of an inch has fell here in Bakersfield, and we are going to be seeing those numbers increase, especially in areas near McFarland and Buttonwillow as this storm moves right on through. But how much rain could we be seeing from this system? Well, here in the valley, potentially a tenth or two up to 1/4 of an inch. In areas near Arvin, the foothills could be seeing up to 1/2 of an inch. But we are tracking those snow totals that we're going to be seeing through the mountains as we head into the overnight hours. But let's take a look at our roof cam right now. You can see those raindrops, and we haven't seen it move up and down because winds are very strong at this hour. Look at this, 23-mile-per-hour winds in Buttonwillow, 21 in Bakersfield, 15 in Keene, and we are tracking those strong winds in our desert cities. So in the western portion of the valley and in the desert, we are tracking wind advisories. So that will be in effect until 7 p.m. in the west side hills and will be in effect until 7 a.m. as we head into these desert cities. But we are tracking a winter storm warning up in the Kern River Valley and a winter weather advisory down near Fort Tejon and Grapevine. That does mean we are tracking that snow that's slowly going to be moving in as soon as those temperatures lower. You can see all of that snow that is already up into the Sierras, well to our north. So some of these areas could be seeing 1 foot to potentially up to 3 feet of snow by the time this storm passes through. And we are seeing very heavy rain falling just south of Fresno near Visalia right now, and that is going to be following suit down into Kern County as we head into the next several hours. So something that we will be tracking very closely, but something that I do want to point out, that we are going to have good air quality here in the valley tomorrow by the time this system has made its way through. So any of that snow that we're seeing at the higher elevations, it is going to be crystal clear from right here in Bakersfield. We are going to be at the good range, an AQI of 46, and there are no restrictions, but burning is still discouraged. But we are going to be seeing those winds continue to be strong as we head into the next several hours. But we want to take a look at Tori Cooper right now out in the field.
Yes, I'm here on Stockdale Highway where, as you can see, the wind advisory, we are really starting to feel it out here, but also some rain, and this is likely going to be the story for the remainder of the night. I'm going to step behind the camera so you can kind of see some of what we're dealing with here. You can see that there is some slick conditions in store for our drivers. CHP now recommending and reminding everyone who is planning to hit the road to take it slow.
Driving in the rain, remember to, if your windshield wipers are on, your headlights are also required to be on. Number one is to slow down, increase your following distance. Number two, if you can avoid driving in inclement weather, avoid driving in.
Back live now, you can see again very slick conditions out here, and it's dark. So again, keep your headlights on, your windshields on, your windshield wipers on as well. This is going to be the remainder of the story tonight, and temperatures are expected to drop. I'm going to come back in front of the camera now. We are going to head up towards our mountain passes later on tonight to bring you the very latest on the conditions that are transpiring out there. Now, if you are planning on hitting the road, CHP is saying maybe cancel those plans because this is going to be the story, and you don't want to get locked down on one of the major roadways, but we are going to continue to monitor the road closures in your area, so make sure you keep an eye on all of our social media platforms, and again, make sure you keep it slow out here on the roadway. We don't want to see an accident, but for now, I'll send it back to you in studio.
All right, Tori, thanks. And of course, we'll continue to follow the latest on this storm right here on air, as well as online at turnto23.com. You can also find the latest updates on our 23 ABC Facebook page, and of course on our mobile and tablet app. And if you can safely take any pictures or video, feel free to send those in to our 23 ABC Facebook page. A woman who had been missing for almost a week is safe tonight after she was found in her SUV that was buried under snow. The Butte County Sheriff's Office said 68-year-old Paula Beth James was found Wednesday afternoon near Butte Meadows. James was last seen near her home in Oroville on Thursday night. A Butte County Sheriff's helicopter spotted the SUV, and crews on the ground were able to pull her to safety.
It just felt like we were doomed. So it was just like literally a miracle that those guys found her in just the nick of time. She was awake and conscious, and she looked at them and she said, "I'm very cold. I hope you brought a blanket."
Wow, still a sense of humor. Well, her family says she stayed warm by periodically turning on the car for heat and staying warm with blankets and floor mats from inside the SUV. After days in the cold, James developed some frostbite and was severely dehydrated, but her family says she's going to be okay. We now have an update on the second trial of Mikhail Bowers, the woman accused of killing the owner of Jay's Place restaurant. The trial was not in session today, and tomorrow counsel will be in chambers going over jury instructions. Court is closed on Monday due to the holiday, but the prosecution rested yesterday, and the defense is set to start the case on Tuesday. Bowers is accused of killing Jay's Place chef Ray Ingram in 2017. Back in April, a felony first-degree murder charge was refiled against Bowers by the Kern County District Attorney. Prior to the refiling, the judge declared a mistrial in the case after the jury was deadlocked. According to a source close to the case, a mistrial was declared due to juror obstruction. Both prosecutor John Allen and Bowers' defense attorney David A. Torres denied juror obstruction was a factor. New information into the man found dead inside a marijuana dispensary last month. The coroner's office today ruling the death officially as a homicide. Investigators say 35-year-old Marcus Stokes died from blunt injuries inside the shop, with contributing factors of heart disease and acute methamphetamine and cocaine toxicity. Sheriff's deputies were called to the location on December 15th. There's still no word on any suspects in this investigation, but if you have any information, you're asked to call the sheriff's office at 861-3110. Still to come here on 23 ABC News at 6 in sports. Both runners teams taking on their third games of conference. Carrie breaks down what each team is